My name's Jeff McClellan, and I'm here to talk to you today about soul. And I always think it's ironic, but I'm an introvert by nature, and so this is always really hard for me. But I've opened a school from scratch. I've led a transformation of a school. I've worked with schools around the country, but getting up here and talking to you for 7 minutes is something that I'll get over it, but the first few seconds will be a little rough. These are my babies from MC Squared STEM High School. I'm the founding principal of MC Squared STEM High School. We opened about 8 years ago, and when this class walked across the stage and got their diplomas, it was probably one of the proudest days of my life. We came a long way in the 4 years up to the point when they graduated. By the time these kids were seniors, President Obama was talking about them in a State of the Union address. They were studying us for the book Deeper Learning. Kids had received scholarship offers and been accepted to every Ivy League school in the country. And just, I can't say enough about what the kids and the teachers of that school really accomplished in such a short time. Really quickly, it's a STEM school, project-based, transdisciplinary, projects by nature, mastery-based grading system. 9th grade is in the Great Lakes Science Center. 10th grade is at Nela Park, which is GE's world headquarters for lighting. 11th and 12th grade, their home base is Cleveland State University, but the campus was the city. Kids were doing internships at Lockheed Martin, Rockwell Automation, Turner Construction, and you name it, there was somebody there doing amazing work. The work there that we did there led me to kind of ask the question, what is it about the work that is having such a great impact on the kids, and how do we share this with other people? And that sounds like kind of a fun process, but it was really kind of frustrating because, PBL is a really complex concept, and we were doing everything that you've heard of. We were doing week-long PBL trainings. We were bringing people in and showing them the Fab Lab. We had the first Fab Lab in a school in the country at the GE site, and I was always kind of hollow inside because I felt like, even though people had really good intentions, like they had so many barriers to implementing these things that we were talking about in their environment that it wasn't going to be practical for them. But I didn't stop, and actually some of the work took me as far away as Egypt, where I've been working off and on for the past 4+ years, helping the ministry there create STEM schools in their public school system. And through this process, I've learned a lot about what works and what doesn't work about PBL and mastery and all the other components of the school model. And it wasn't until I was introduced to Sungata Mitra's TED Talk that it really started to click with me about how we might be able to infuse some of these components into the classroom in a really simple way. Sungata talked about the hole-in-the-wall experiment that he did, and one of the things that he talked about was this concept of SOUL, self-organized learning environments. And while I didn't think it was completely applicable in classrooms the way he presented it, basically you give kids a computer and a big question, you get out of the way and you let them go and research the question. I thought there were really some really amazing opportunities to incorporate what he was talking about into the classroom. Just, the buzzwords that critical thinking, problem solving, presenting. And the SOUL, basically, all those things happen, and what we've done is we've kind of created a structure where that can all happen in one class period. So really taking a lot of the bureaucratic levels out of the process so that any teacher can implement something like this in their classroom without needing to go to the district and get permission, or go to the principal and change the way the school schedule's built, or buy a 3D printer, or any of that stuff. Luckily, I was approached by the Dave and Barbara Jacobs Foundation, and they said, hey, Jeff, we want to give you money, we want to give you autonomy, and we want to hold you accountable to goals to spread SOUL through Cleveland. And I said no, I didn't want to leave the school, I didn't think it was ready. And then after they left, I kind of was like, well, wow, that was kind of a cool opportunity, and I'm probably not going to be the principal forever. I better get this school ready in case something else comes up. And they came back a year later and still were interested in me doing the work, and by then I was comfortable letting go of the school, and I took over this work. And so these are their criteria for their projects. And the things that were really different for me were the decentralized and the high margin, low cost, because being in schools all the time, there's a lot of inefficiencies built into the way we operate that are cut out. in their approach. I'm going to just jump ahead. So in 2015, they funded me for 1 year at a time, up to 4 years. I'm in the third year now. 2017, we've penetrated 42% of the schools in Cuyahoga County, which is the county that Cleveland's in. Moving ahead, this is the cool part. We put a beta webpage up, and now there's over 2,800 users. 2,064 of them are in Ohio. 1,180 are in Cuyahoga County. But this is the crazy part. 36 states are represented in 40 countries. So in this really quick time, we've touched at a low estimate, over 115,000 students. And so now we're really thinking about like what's next. And so, now that it's taking off so quickly, we're investing money into an app. The app will be out at the beginning of July. We're finishing up our final beta tests. And as a principal, building an app and building a website wasn't something that I'd ever really envisioned doing. And so I know I've driven the app developers crazy, but I'm pretty excited about what we're creating. And we're in this process to really roll this out to the next level. We did study the work, and some of the findings we found from the first year of work in Cleveland was that the teachers are actually shifting their roles in the classroom. One of the hardest things to do is to change the mindset of the teacher. And during our training sessions, everybody gets excited and goes back and have kids in front of them, and it's different. So doing SOL in their class actually helps them change their mindset and what they can do and what kids can do. Kids are engaged, and their persistence stays. The skills they learn in SOL transfer outside of the SOL environment. And we're just really excited about the future of SOL. So thank you.